Greetings, peace and power. Instructor X of the Huey P. Newton Gun Club. So today we're going to be talking about a value slide. This is the Trybe defense. When I say value, we're talking about under $300. So I purchased this for my Glock 19 for about $220 from Optic's Planet. You can see the Trybe logo there. So I was looking to find a slide so I didn't have to mill my original slide. So I was looking to find something aftermarket that I could co-witness with a Vortex Venom. Again, I didn't want my original slide to be milled out, just in case some mistakes were made and my slide was ruined. So I was going through Optic's Planet and I found this slide, but there were not a lot of reviews. And the few that were on there, some of them were kind of negative when it comes to the Trybe defense slide. But I took a chance and I got this one delivered a couple days ago, so I decided I would give you guys a review of how this slide is, since there's not a lot of information up there. I guess the first thing to look at is the serrations on the slide. You got deep cuts in the serrations, so they're easy to grab onto, easy to grip. The Cerakote is pretty good quality. I actually scratched it firearm up a little bit, trying to put my back sights on. But I took it to the gunsmith. He put a little acetone on it, and it came right off. So I was impressed with the Cerakote on the slide itself. Let's get to the functionality part. The Oem parts fit perfectly. So if you have a Glock 19 or whatever you're trying to get, you could just switch the mechanisms out, the firing pin assembly, and switch all it out and just go with your Oem parts. Here's what some of the negatives about the slide. Let me turn it around this way. As you can see, we ran about 100 rounds through this thing, and you can see we're kind of scraped up here a little bit on the inside. Not a big deal if it's just some of the Cerakote scraping off. That is going to happen. But I was just trying to make sure that the barrel and the slide assembly was operating correctly, because I don't want it to start wearing down the inside of the barrel. So I'll go and I'll run another 100 rounds through this, just to make sure. Of course, now we got the Vortex Venom added to it. We've got Ameriglow back and front sights to co-witness, just in case something happens to the Optic, that I still have the ability to aim at what I am shooting at, because you know you are responsible for each bullet that comes out of that firearm. So again, I love the serrations. The Cerakote is pretty good. I also like the slide cuts, you know, the little cuts that are in the slide. They kind of give it a little mean look. So let's get into functionality. I actually put 100 rounds through this, and this is what's very important to me. I put 100 rounds through this slide, and it did not have one hiccup, did not have one failure. So that's very important, especially if you're buying something that maybe looks a little good, looks a little cool, but you want to make sure that you have something to defend yourself and you can depend on it. So everything that I buy is for self-defense. I don't buy any range toys or anything to go out and just have fun with. So I carry this firearm with me, and I have to know that it is dependable. So that's why I was so choicy about selecting my slide, but I went ahead and gave Trybe a choice. So again, I've run about 100 rounds through it, and it performed like it was supposed to perform. Again, look, man, we had some of the Cerakote scraped off on the inside, and And I looked at some of my other slides, and we really didn't have all of this going on. And again, I'm just wondering if that's a little extra Cerakote that's wearing out, or if we actually have some type of rubbing going on from the barrel to the slide. So again, just to keep it short and simple, if people were to ask me would I recommend this slide, for what it has done for me, and I've only fired 100 rounds through it, no issues. So yes, I would recommend the slide. Another thing that might bother some people is when I was using this thing, the screws on my Vortex Venom kept backing out, and I would have to retighten them down. The fact that they're tightening up in the first place lets me know that the holes are not stripped. I may have to add a little Loctite or some thread to it just to keep it in there secure. I was just really against adding Loctite to the Vortex and the slide, because it becomes an issue when you try to remove the Optic from the slide. So I didn't want to use any type of glue or any thread, anything like that was going to be an issue removing the Optic from the slide. But overall, it's a nice slide. So if you want to go with a budget slide, I think Trybe is okay. Next week, I think I would do a review on the Swenson budget slide, SWENSON. They make some really good budget slides that are Optic ready just as well. So the Trybe, we're going to give it a B+, because the screws were backing out on me. Haven't found out what that was all about. So we're going to give this slide a B+. It functions perfectly. Got to find out why we're scraping off a little Cerakote on the inside. Maybe that just comes with the usage of the slide, but it doesn't. I don't have that in my other slides, and I don't have that in my Swenson slide either. So we're going to show you what the firearm looks like assembled. Just a regular standard Glock 19, and everything fits in just like it would as if this were your regular slide that you bought with your firearm. So here we go. Just a little upgrade, and it looks a little better than just the standard Glock. Gonna have to replace this slide lock. It's kind of worn down a little bit. So it just lets you know that I've actually used the firearm. I've actually used it, and these are the upgrades that I've made to it. So I hope you like. If you do, like and subscribe, and let's get some more reviews. We're going to do the Swenson next. So again, Trybe Defense, B+. I would recommend it. Couple of small issues, nothing really major, but the slide performs the way it's supposed to perform, and I'm not afraid to use it in a self-defense situation. So again, Instructor X of the Huey P. Newton Gun Club, and we're doing a review on the Trybe Defense slide, Glock 19 Venom Vortex cut.